We're going to continue along with that chain of north-south submissions. Today we're going to look at the dessert of that position. All right, we're going to look at a move I call the amazing. No real name for it. Maybe you've seen it, maybe you haven't. It's a little bit sneaky, it's a little bit advanced, super powerful, super high percentage, but you got to practice it to make that transition fluid. You'll see what I mean. Arms in, head in, elbows through, all of that stuff that we've been doing in all of those other videos. I get to that Kimura position and he's grabbed a hold of his belt or his kimono and I can't lift. You know, I made some space. You know, I could get a little bit of space, but I'm never going to be able to separate that hand, all right? I don't want to pull too hard. I don't want to disengage, so I'm going to stay tight here, nice and easy, okay? From here, I am going to open my hand, much like with that tie-off. If he's expecting a tie-off, he's in deep crap, all right? So I'm opening that hand, and I control that pant leg. I am keeping chest forward pressure because I don't want it to be loose. I don't want to pull his arm out and come into a single or any trash like that. So I'm here. Now I'm going to clear this leg over top of here. You see that my hand is open, not necessarily to keep good pressure, but so that I can catch my thigh as I step over. Guys, super slick, people don't expect this. I'm controlling, and that leg comes over. You see that I cleared in this transition right here. This is the hardest part of the move. If I get to this move is done, all right? Now, it looks a little bit like a bicep slicer. It is not a bicep slicer. Turn your body, please. Stop. You can see my hand is on my thigh, and I've stepped over. 95% finish rate here, okay? I am going to drive my head to the floor. When I drive my head to the floor, I'm going to make space because my ultimate goal is to triangle my legs. My head goes to the floor, and I'm going to start to triangle my legs. When I triangle my legs, very, very, very slowly and gently, I'm going to lift my bottom, I'm going to turn my hips. My goal is to eventually sit on this hip. I have never seen anyone, back up please. I have never seen anyone actually get to the hip and their shoulder not want to explode or them not tap. So you need to do that slowly. Even in competition, they don't have a lot of options when you get this hand over. So when I get here and I lean forward, I triangle my legs. When I start to sit, I always go really slow. You'll see what I mean when you rep this out. Make sure that you give your partner a chance to tap. Head in, all of that stuff that we've been working on. Control, right? Maybe he's in here and he's holding on to that. Normal, okay? Maybe I couldn't get my hand, my elbow, or my knee over top of his bicep, and I'm here. I do try to rip this off a little bit, and I'm going to control over top of these legs. I am going to clear over top here. This is that hardest part. I am keeping open with my arm, pressure forward with my head, all the way over. Now you can see that I'm doing a good job of keeping my hand on my thigh. You don't want a weak wrist. You do want your hand all the way up. You want forearm in the crook of that elbow here, okay? I'm driving my head to the floor. I'm going to elevate my hips. I'm going to triangle my legs, and then very, very gently, I'm going to move. It should be the most powerful Americana Kimura type feeling that you should have. It should not tap to forearm pain. You shouldn't tap to bicep. You should tap because you feel like your shoulder is going to explode. If it doesn't give that feeling, you're not doing this right. Arms in, head in, elbows through, drop the hips off to the side, I push them up, and control, right? Nice and tight, control those legs. I step all the way over, hand on the inside of that leg here. Head to the floor, I'm going to elevate to triangle my legs, and then very lightly, I'm going to turn. Give your partner a chance to tap, guys. Make sure that you practice that transition of throwing the leg over. It takes a little bit of practice. This move is great. Gi, no gi, it doesn't matter, especially when you get to that head sitting position where you're in like a quasi-Kimura, quasi-north-south position. Awesome option.